Hello everyone, Cute Bunny here, and welcome to Coldtoria, Victoria. It's May, and it's cold. Of course, it's kicked in. We have some sunshine today. I have a couple of batteries outside charging a little bit, so I can run things tonight without using my power. But I'm struggling to keep up. I was doing well until the last few days. It's just gotten too much. I've had to use the aircon heater in the mornings. It's just like it was 8 degrees this morning in my lounge room. It's currently about 12. I've got an hoodie on, so I'm warm. So if I knock stuff, I apologise because hoodies can be a pain. Anyway, today I'm going to do week 3 and 4 of May's cash stuffing and some groceries, a change challenge, and we're going to condense some cash and swap it over and I'm popping it into the bank. Well, I've already popped it into the bank, but I'm just going to use the cash that's here so I didn't have to go to the bank for another trip. So we'll start with, where will we start, guys? Because we're a little bit behind. Alright, we will start with the cash stuffing for the spending and the miscellaneous that's in here So what we're doing now, I don't have a lot of expenses. I don't have a lot of money left for the rest of the month, but I don't also have a lot of expenses left, so I should be okay. I have popped the money aside for a cartridge, but I'm waiting on that to be ordered, but I think I need 5. It was 35, 10, 25, 30. Alright. So I had 25 for misc and 20 for spending. 25 and 20. So I'm going to pop the 20 in here, and that's for the rest of the cartridge whenever they call me and say it's in. I just needed a colour. This time I didn't need another black, so I didn't get the double. I've got a full black over there that's not getting used. So, alright, so we have 20 going into misc, but also the cartridge is covered, and I found a little bit of extra change I had laying around from a challenge I put on the fridge with my daughter, but she didn't want to do it. And I'd started it and decided I didn't want to finish it, so I popped that in towards a cartridge. This 20 is for spending, and I have like $3, $2.20 in there, and I'm not taking that change out because I'm going to need it. And I have actually managed to find a bit of extra change this week, so that's a good sign. Alright, let's do the change challenge now, and then I will talk to you about what else I'm up to. And we'll get that sorted and we'll see where our progress is. So that one's done. Oh, that's fine. So that's all done basically, so that doesn't need to be here anymore. Alright, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, $15, which is absolutely amazing, but this is like a lot of scrounging, and this is keeping some of the change from here. I'm just being really disciplined this month at the moment, and I'll update you with some other things later too, I think. 20, 40, 50. Oh, there's a King Charles. I'm wondering if you should keep the first early King Charles or the last of the Queens. The Queens would be worth more, but would the early King Charles be worth more, or would the last of the Queens be worth more? I don't know. Anyway, I've only seen 2, so we're at 2, 4. I'm just going to use it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I haven't got. Unfortunately, I don't have the spare money right now. I'm not in a position to be able to keep all of the nice coins. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, $15.50. Alright. $15.50. So this will give it a good kick in the guts. What colour are we going to use today, guys? A darker green. $15.50. Take 883. Take 0.84. Take 0.83 equals 13. Take, so 84, 83, 0.82, 2, take 0.82 equals, take, so we're going to be down to the 70s, which is good. Hopefully that means that we're not far off being halfway, because seems to take forever. The next time I'm doing one that's a little bit smaller, next time I'm doing a $50 one, I found in the others budgets, which I think on my budget and my change level might be a better one to do for now. But anyway, having attempted this will be an awesome effort. We're at $9.70, 0.80, take 0.80 equals, and what I'm going to do is just do them now 2 at a time. So the 80s, and then the 79s, and the 78s. 0.79, take 0.79. It's the easiest way to do it now. So how is everyone going? How's everyone in Australia struggling with the change of weather, especially Victoria? We've just gone like crazy cold in the last week. Take 0.78, take 0.78 equals 5. Still going. That's pretty good there. Take, at least this way I don't have to concentrate as much. Take 0.6 equals, so I like to chat as well, and it's hard to do those sometimes. Okay, take 0.76, take 0.76 equals, and hopefully I'm right at the end. If not, well, we'll just have to add it. I guess we can have user error at the end, and that's the problem, isn't it? So 0.75, take 0.75 equals 44 cents. Oh, okay, we're here. Okay, so according to that, that's where we're at. Hopefully I didn't muck it up while I was yakking, guys. Alright, 44 cents. So we knocked out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20 sections, and some of them are quite big. So that's great, guys. Alright. And I actually have no idea where we're up to, which is a bit of a pain. Alright, so I've worked, hang on, just making a noise. So I've worked the last of the shifts that are scheduled on Saturday. That was the shifts that the hours had been reduced. So sitting in limbo land again, and I'm just going to have to sit on the money next month and keep a little bit for the following month and just see where we end up. I will get work, I always do. But I really don't like being in limbo land like this, and this happens quite often. So anyway, it is what it is. So I'm doing what I can with what I've got, and at the end of the day, I'm actually making really good progress for someone on my income. So the other thing I want to do with you guys is I want to put this in the bank. I don't want this cash sitting around, so what I've decided to do is take it out. I've given it all a job, so some of this will be cash stuffed with you right now. Some of it will be put into my new envelopes, which I don't actually have right here. Whoops, hang on a sec. Okay guys, I'm back. I just forgot I had to grab my retirement case. Did we just call it a folder even though it's a pencil case? This was like a 50-cent bargain at Officeworks. The logo, this is coming out. I'm not using this, but I need a new envelope. I haven't set it up yet, but we're just going to make it and I'll fix it later. Alright, deal with that later. Alright guys, okay, back to this. So, remember I explained that January's, okay, so I've just sat down and worked out a new amount for the monthly amount of spending in miscellaneous I want to try and achieve next year. And I'm just trying to be a little bit more generous so that I have the money I need for when I need to go and get medications and things, because I don't have a medication folder and I don't have enough cash to cash stuff it. And I'd been pushing this back too much I did have used to have $200 and I was able to cover everything, but I was trying to push it back a bit and put money towards other things. But I've had to push it back out to 180 a month. So that's the sweet spot. 20 a week for 3 weeks, and the last week would have $30 because we have the overlap for the month, like when you have 9 or 10 days at the end of the month. So I want to account for that. So I'm going to do 20, 20, 20, 30 for MISC and spending for next year. That's the goal. So here is money, some of that money. So, okay, so remember I said to you that January was going to be covered by the no spend coins. So I'm going to pop in a fully funded slip right now with you guys, and we know that's done. That's covered. Who's banging outside? Thanks for that, by the way. All right. So we have what's here: 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 35, 45, 55, 60, 160. Yeah, okay. Alright, now there was some goals I wanted to do with that. Now, what I've done is I've transferred the $160 from here into my miscellaneous and spending account in my bank, and that total is now $486 in there. So that is all of what will be here. And then this will be cash stuffed. So the plan for this is, we have some 10s here. I don't know if I'm going to have the right denominations, but let's try it. Because what I want to do is 10, 10, 10, 10. So that's for the plan that's up there. We had 30 for food. Okay, we can do it this way and this way. Right, so what I've got essentially is $30 for food for week 3, $30 for food for week 4. We are actually gonna, this time I'm gonna be brave and pop it all in together, and that is the rest of the money for the month. But it's already like the 20 something. By the time you see this video, it'll be, heading into the middle of the 3rd week or whatever it is. So it's not super duper big deal. So that's what's left for groceries, and I don't need a hell of a lot. So that's that one. Let me just sort that, tick that. 30 for week 3, 30 for week 4. We have, okay, we had 40 for the retirement, so that one's done. Well, I wasn't supposed to tell you what that was, but I'm going to pop some money in that envelope with you shortly, and the new envelope. So that's 40. And what's left, guys? This is going to be a long video, and since I haven't done one for a while that's been live, we're just going to roll with it. 20, 40, 50, 60. I had 44 challenges. I'm 24. Okay, yep, I'm going to do that. So 20 for MISC for week 4. So there you go, that was a bonus I forgot about. And 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So that 40 is going to go to monthly challenges. And that is going to get a label on it so I don't get myself mixed up. So June, monthly challenges. Just because it saves me getting money out later, and I don't have my June's, I don't yet have June's budget written out, so I'd rather do it towards challenges while there's cash than worry about, spending and groceries for week 1 or whatever. So we'll do that. And what did we say it was? 40. That rubber band is no good. So June monthly challenges, there's another one here somewhere. Where is it? We'll try that one. Yeah, that's a bit better, I think. Yeah, okay, that actually holds it. Alright, so I needed my cash tray and I forgot to grab it. So it's too bad, too late. Alright, so this one has to go in here. So that's a bonus I did not realise that I had set up. Good for me. There we go. Alright, So yep. Alright, so I've told you about work. So the next couple months are just going to be tight, and I'm just going to have to deal with it and see where we end up. The other issue I have is that I have a feeling that I'm going to end up with a bigger tax bill than I thought, and I just sat down yesterday and worked out what my income is anticipated, and it's around what I expected it to be, but it's still a low income, and I could have a $2,000 tax that I have to pay, and I could end up with a potentially $600 to $700 tax bill to pay on top of what's not covered. So I've actually asked the government payment some more money to come out in tax on that, so I lose a bit extra, which means on the months that I don't work and the fortnights that I don't work, money's going to be tighter, but it means it will cover more of the tax the following tax year. I have union fees to claim, but all of that, and I've already paid a little bit of tax, but all of that aside is still not enough. So the plan was, obviously I mentioned this once before, from now on at every work pay I'm going to take a tax portion out as well and chuck it in my tax envelope into these, just to make the next tax year easier. Sometimes I think the tax-free threshold kind of screws over the lower income people who don't earn enough each fortnight to pay tax, and at the end of the tax year you end up stuck. So I reckon that's what's happened. But anyway, it is what it is. I think the threshold should be higher than that for low income. But anyway, that, as I said, that's another story for another day. But it is what it is. All right, so we'll leave that at that. The monthly challenges money's been popped away, and so that's all that covered. I have $486 in my me and MISC account. So we're going to split that into the other accounts. 486. Take 180 for February equals 306. So February's is fully funded. Take 180 equals 126. So March's is fully funded. And we've almost funded April. 126. By my calculations, we should owe 54 plus 54 equals take 5, because there's 5 lurking here in May. So we're going to steal that back out and pop in April's. Okay, hang on. So what did I work out? What did I say it was? 120. 126. 480. 486, take 180. Take 180. 486, take 180. Take 180. Yeah, 126. Alright, so we're going to write 131 because we've just added the 5. So what's that? 49 left, and we will be fully funded for April. Alright, so I'm going to put maybe 49 left. If I write it down, it might be easy to keep track. Okay. Interest will also go into that account, so hopefully the little odd bits will be here. Okay, so that's not too bad. It would have been probably fully funded if I had stuck to the 160 a month, but honestly it's not enough money to do what I need to and keep up with everything on my small income. So because like I said, I need to buy antihistamines, I need to buy turmeric for my shoulder, I need to buy there's other things as well that I usually vitamins, like vitamin C or something like that, something to keep me healthier in the winter. And yeah, so all of that's just not enough money for all the little bits and bobs. So that's that sorted. I'm actually glad that's done because that's been on my mind for a while. That's not too bad, to be honest. Even if I get 7 or 8 months of that fully funded. That'll be amazing for next year. That would take so much pressure off my monthly budget, especially if I am still floating around like this next year with not being sure what's happening where. All right, the other 40 has a job. All right, we're going to stick $10 in each of these envelopes, retirement envelopes, yeah, and get them started. I'm just going to have one bank account. I've got one bank account which is already shared with something else in my bank. But what I'm going to do is eventually this money would stay in the bank, and then I would just write down the totals so then I know what's what in the bank. But that's a job for certainly not today. I'm not going to do scratch offs yet until there's enough money in there to cover them, because that would just be pointless. So we're going to pop 10 in each of these, and we'll fix them up as we go a little bit longer. And so the new envelope that I wanted to set up was, and this was inspired by Ladybug Budgets Australia, and it's going to be a milestones envelope, because I will be 50 in 3 years and a few months. And she was talking about having organising money for her 60th, and I was like, well, I'm going to probably want to do something for 60 as well, so let's do that. So that is going to be my milestones envelope. I shall set that up. I wonder if we can do it now, because I've almost done what I need to. Have I got anything else, any other placeholders or anything else in here floating around that I could use that isn't Christmas? The rest of them are all Christmas. Oh, there's one. Budgeting with Sandra. We're just going to do that. I'm just going to use that. I'm just going to call it milestones. There we go, that works. Let's make it bright pink. Milestones. No, you can't see it. I can see it. You probably can't. Awesome. Okay, so we have the start of a milestones envelope, which I'm actually really happy about. I'm very excited to start my retirement envelope. I wasn't planning on having money for that for a while. The only other envelope that hasn't really been given any love yet, which I started a while ago, was my extras for the car, for the new car. The anticipated higher services cost, higher tyres cost, and things like that. Hopefully in the next few months I'll be able to start adding to that as well. As far as tax goes, I'm going to be pulling out $50 from the pay I got today, pulling that out and putting it into my tax envelope. My tax envelope currently sits at, I don't actually know what that is. I've also done a challenge for it, haven't I? So, okay, so there's 10, 20, 30, 40. Excuse me, I would anticipate that's supposed to be, 30. Let's just count it in the cash, because I don't know. I'm completely lost where we're up to. Okay, 20, 40, 60, 75. So it'll be about 100, I anticipate, that I've already got. So that might be about 150. And I think I started a tax envelope in here, didn't I, guys? EF. The EF needs to be updated. I do have money. Clothing, I'm still doing a challenge. The garden, the health, gifts, camping. Didn't I have a tax envelope? Pretty sure I had a tax envelope. I think it's in this one. Okay, my car. Then my car extras, we've got nothing in here. It is. There's my tax. Okay. The freezer is just getting forgotten about, but anyway, it's there's just not enough money going at the moment. We have $40 in there, so we are just over 100. Good to work. That was my daughter. She's just hopping up. And I did say, but it's okay. So where was I? Something about my tax. I have 40 in here, so just over 100. If I add the 50 from this week, that'll be 150 extra, so hopefully the hit won't be quite so bad I'm just going to push a little harder. The extra higher amounts coming out each fortnight now, so we might be, yeah, it might not be quite such a hit. And I understand that I am allowed to pay it off. That's not the issue. The issue is that paying everything off means you're behind the following tax year forever, ever, you're behind. And as you guys know, I actually prefer to be ahead of things, like pretty much everything. I like to be ahead. So anyway, we're going to keep crossing that bridge, and I'm going to have to keep pushing harder next year, which just kind of sucks because I've been working so hard to save for this car, and I have an update video that I need to do with you guys on that. And yeah, but anyway, I hope everyone's coping okay with whatever their weather is and life and everything. We've got lots of life changes and things going on in our family, and I'm not going to say too much, but it's been quite stressful. And this week I'm just trying to relax a little bit, unwind, and just get my head around it. And I'm cleaning up, doing a bit of a clean up at home, deep cleaning my kitchen, and just getting my life back on track, so I can actually handle the work when it comes and life when it comes. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate you all so much. My subscriptions are actually going up, and so I'm so thankful to you all, and I'll catch you soon on the next video. Alright, bye for now.